Welcome back to another episode of Bars and Threads featuring appearance of hip hop head Jhob 360, hip hop historian, lyricist on point to fashion and sneakers to no end. Let's get down with it. Episode 4. What's going on out here with the fashion game when it comes to supply and demand? Let's talk about it. But let's go through a recap of episode 3, because in episode 3, there was 2 things that I did not say on episode 3. One, I should have said it consistently and probably a great deal, which is please subscribe, like, and comment. Please like, subscribe, and comment. The second thing I didn't say on there was the hip hop quotable, which was OC from the DITC crew, and that song was called Time's Up. You lack the minerals and vitamins, irons and the niacins. That was actually the hip hop quotable from episode 3. Let's get right into it to episode 4. It's more of a fashion episode about, like I said, where are all of these hype sneakers that come out and sell out in 30 seconds. Reselling is one thing. I get it. I know there's a lot of resellers out there. People want to resell things and, make money and make profit off of it. But when was the last time, I want to ask my public or my community, when was the last time that you actually seen somebody wear these sneakers that came out? I'm really curious, because I want to hear some of the answers, and put those answers down in the comment and subscribe while you're doing it. But I've seen maybe 2% of the sneakers that are so hot out here, maybe 2% of the people that wear them. And I'm in a sneakerhead community also, not just the hip hop community. I'm a big sneakerhead. I've collected a lot over the years, and I've watched a lot fall apart because I didn't wear them over the years. Some sneakers I didn't even wear, and they just crumbled on me. After 10 years sitting in a box, because you got the holy grails in there, and you got more sneakers than the next person. Guess what? Those sneakers did crumble on me. And I'm not going to say what brands and everything else. Let's just keep on going. Let's keep on going with this. First of all these other companies are coming out here and they backdoing these shoes. They starting subsidiary companies, and they're making this $150, $250, $350 shoe turn into a $600, $700, $800, $900 shoe. Not just by the resales, but I think that these companies are doing that, and that's how they keep their gross margin on product and making things what they're not. Then they come back with the same shoe that you paid $600, $700, $800 for, that only came out for $150, and they make you see them come back with the same shoe again, decreasing the value in the shoe that you bought in the first place that was supposed to be so hype and worth all of this money. They're bringing it back. So why are we spending all of this money on your products? And if you're just going to bring it right back, I could just wait down the line, and I probably won't even want them there. It's great marketing, great strategies, and I just believe that one of my conspiracy theories I believe that these companies are trying to make their shoes designer because of the time and the craftsmanship that these and the years that they put into the work. And I understand that, because it's going to lead right into what I want to talk about next. Grails are not the same, and if a shoe is re-released 30 times with very little differences, they're not worth $400 or $500. They're worth that retail price they wanted to bring them out for. They're probably cheaper than that. But I'm not telling you to go to Windy League, and not saying anything discriminatory here. I'm not telling you to go and get bootleg your shoes. I'm not telling you to do that. We got enough of you people too. You DH gate people. I'm talking to you, and you might be sitting at me and like, I'm turning this video off. Well, you need to, because I'm speaking to you directly. Stop faking it till you make it. Because there's certain people out here that can look at that shoe and be like, why is this guy trying to do all of this? You look lame and corny doing that. Just to be honest with you. Just to throw it out there and be frank with you. But anyway, who am I to tell you to do with your money? You can go out there, whatever you do with your money and whatever you want to choose to be, you can be that these days. You know what I mean? AI can help generate the shoes that you didn't have, and you didn't have to spend all the money, because you can actually fake it out with the shoes too. Ain't that something? But anyway, my next topic for the pod goes to clothing lines, or I should say overnight clothing lines. Fly by night clothing lines. My name is Jhob 360. I just came out with a brand. I'm calling it Jhob 360. I'm actually selling and I'm marketing that my quality is the same as the other name that's been in the game for over 50 to 60 to 80 years. They've really been putting in that work. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell Jhob 360, which is myself, and this is my clothing brand. This is just an example, to GTFOH, because it's not the same. I happen to know that the hustling of clothes and to build your brand is a strong panhandle, because you're not asking for something and not giving something in return. But it's still you trying to beat your competitor or out maneuver your competitor by saying certain things that aren't true. But you're not investing anymore into those brands, because when you have your own brand, you're not investing anymore into a brand that actually has its name where it's at, and they don't go on down on prices unless the population really didn't like that shirt or shoe or whatever. So let me get this straight here, and I just want to make it real clear on this one. This is one of those episodes that kind of got me like vexed a little bit. Vexed meaning that I'm perplexed off the fact that I feel like if you have a clothing brand and you're selling propaganda more than you're selling quality, I think you should stop saying that, oh, well, Jhob 360 brand is the same as Gucci. I can't sit back and say my brand's better than Gucci and then talk about fabrics and talk about the consistency of one brand to another and this, that, and the other. If you're not going out and buying all the brands and seeing what fabric they're using and actually having a actual opinion and the truth of what's really going on, I don't think that you should put up disclaimers and videos and saying that my qualities is the same as that quality, because that's an absolute lie. That's cap, or however somebody wants to put it. I'm sorry, I like brands with a story from rags to riches. And when I said something about panhandling earlier, that wasn't a disrespectful statement. That was an actual fact, because Ralph Lauren used to sell ties in New York City on the street, just like anybody else selling bootleg bags or anything else. Ralph Lauren started Polo that way. He was on the street selling ties, and those ties had some type of twist that catapulted him into a level that he's at to this day. So if we look at that level and where he at to this day, you can't come in brand new to the game and say, oh, well, I'm better than Ralph Lauren. I mean, it sounds very confident, cocky, and it sounds very egotistical. That is good for you to say that and say, oh, my brand's compared to his brand and my brand is just as good as his brand. Why? What work did you put in? What did you start with? Just because you cool with a lot of people does not mean your brand should be what it's supposed to be. I happen to wear every brand. Designer or the Nikes. I don't wear Under Armour, sorry. It's not my choice of clothing. But I wear a lot of brands to be able to tell you there is a difference in t-shirts. There is a difference in art. There is a difference in stories. Because anybody can go to a mall and create. Or you can have it at your house. You can have your own system of programs and create. But that doesn't mean you're better than Gucci, or you're better than Louis Vuitton, or you're better than any of the other companies that are out here. That doesn't mean that you're better. You're supposed to have the pride and the egotistical attitude that you are. But what you are and what is two different things. And I'm not going to bash any of these companies, because I'm going to actually interview several different companies that I actually respect. And actually, I've supported them and worn their clothes. Is it my favorite brand? Is it my go-to brand? Or I've never worn one brand, because I'm not one name. You know what I mean? I got one name, but I wear different brands. But I don't wear the brands on me to make it seem like, oh, well, I'm better than you. Or, no, I wear what I like to wear, and I put it together well. And if it happens to hit a trend or doesn't, so be it. But that's just me. I'm a consumer. I like to have different brands. I like to be able to grab this, grab that, grab this, grab that. You know, I mean, I don't perpetrate it all. So if I grab your brand, I kind of want to go with everything. But if you don't have matching things, but you're better than Gucci, or you put up videos and you tell all of the consumers that buy things, oh, my product is just as good as Gucci's. It's just that they put a name on it and my name is this. I can name some designers right now that will tell you there's a difference between what you have and what Gucci has. And you can't even beat out the brands that you're supposed to beat out. You know what I mean? And those artists that put their all into making clothing, and I'm going to give it to the Heron Prestons, the Nijos, the Pharrells, the Virgils. I mean, it's a lot of names that I can say, black men that really contributed a lot to the fashion game and still are contributing to the fashion game. Taking from their predecessors, honoring themselves, humbling themselves to say, okay, I did it this way, I used their brand, but I'm putting my smash on it. Because there's several brands out here that are doing that, taking your favorite Carhartt pants that cost a certain amount of money, and they put their name on it and they worth $1,700-$1,800. And because of their name and the work that they put in, those pants are worth $1,700-$1,800 in some people's eyes. Maybe not your eyes, because you're one of those people who are like, oh, my brand, my brand, my brand. But you have to branch out to see exactly what your brand can really do. Hand in hand with other brands is just like you, same distributors just like you, same mall that they went to, you went to a different mall, all the same prints. Come on, we got to do better, people. Let's stop hustling each other out here. And that's like come to some type of decision on the person that really knows something about it. I'm going to have some episodes where it won't just be me talking about the brands. It's going to be other people that will be coming in, and I will be interviewing them about different brands, even their brands, if they have a brand. But I think it's a big misconception to come on something and you're wearing a different brand. You got designer brands on here and there. Your sneakers ain't your brand. You know what I mean? Certain things you got on, and you up here speaking about things that we can go into fabrics. I know fabrics too, but I mean, why are we going that far with it? If you really want to go that far with it, get technical with it, you're going to lose the battle. You know, that's plain and simple. I mean, I don't have time to really analyze every clothing brand, but one thing I'm going to tell you about these clothing brands is that they all differ from one another. Fabrics are different from Lacoste to Essentials to Polo to designer brands. They're all different. You know, some people consider those brands, I said, designer brands. I don't look at Polo and Lacoste as designer brands. I look at them as comfortable brands for me at certain levels. And Polo is on a hierarchy of fashion, or I should say streetwear, golf, whatever else. A whole lot of things. Polo has been around for a long time. You really have to give credit where credit is due sometimes, and stop taking the bull by the reins and saying, oh, it's about me. That me mentality only works for certain people, and it's not working for everybody, because a lot of you people out here making clothes, I don't want you to feel like that I'm coming down on you. I really don't want you to feel that way, but it's hard to get somebody who really buys the shit to continue to buy it when your propaganda is just not on point, you know. And I mean, and if you are not buying clothes and sneakers yourself, and you're making false propaganda to put out to the public, and then these people wear your brand or what they think your brand or your style should be, and they're not getting the same following or same feeling that you're getting from it, then that's a problem. Your propaganda is more of a panhandle that is not helping people or putting people in a different seat. Oh, that's a different type of shirt. I've never seen that. No, you're selling the same thing that these other companies that you talk about are selling. Bullshit. Anyway, to keep a long story short, to keep it moving, the Triple F episode 5 will be coming out, and that is Fundamental Facts Friday. That will be coming soon. I will be dropping that with more of the rating system of the reviewing of the albums, because I can't really review that much because YouTube has guidelines. So if I put up songs or anything like that and the video gets flagged, I get a copyright infringement. And what basically happens on the copyright infringement is they flag my channel and I'm not allowed to put up video. So I have to pass the copyright infringement thing, and then I'll be able to put those videos up, because I know a lot of you people are like, yo, stop yapping and put the music on. Well, that's what Instagram is for. That's why I said it goes hand in hand. So please make sure you subscribe, like, and comment on this video. And another thing I want to get over is I do believe episode 4 has a hip hop quotable, and that is "Survival of the Fittest," Mobb Deep, first verse, Prodigy. Because Mobb Deep is really popping right now, and I just, every time I hear that song, there's a war going on outside nobody's safe from. You can hide from these streets we done took, walking with your head down, scared to look, you shook. Every time I hear that verse, it brings back so many great memories of that time when that song came out, right when it hit. It was crazy. It was a crazy moment in hip hop, and I remember it like it was yesterday. So I did want to say that about hip hop. There was also a new album that came out, and I did. I think I've already put that on the Instagram, and that is an album by the Hit Boy and the Alchemist. It's mixed reviews. Very nice listening. You know, two producers together, you can't really go wrong. Check it out. You know, I'm going on all streaming platforms. It should be on every streaming platform. I don't have a link in the description. The link in the description is the YouTube page. The Instagram page. But check it out. I mean, it's a smooth ride. It's not bad at all. It's not, they're not rappers, but the lyrical content is a lot better than some of the people that's probably rapping now, and that is not an insult. And when somebody wants to debate what I'm saying about that, what I just said, that statement, I could probably bring up your favorite rapper, and I don't think that they can beat these two producers at rapping. That's crazy. But this is just another episode of Bars and Threads. A purist, a hip hop head, Joe 360, and I'm out.